predictions, then hope you forget about how wrong they were. But not Mackey and Judd.
Write this down.
This is the big leagues, where we own our terrible predictions.
Write that down.
And keep track of each other's batting averages. It's Write That Down.
Write it down. You like writing things down.
With Mackey and Judd.
When are you going to admit that you were wrong, Judd? Mackey? Hey, Mackey.
Within a minute, I will admit to it, because it will be out there for everyone to see. So there is no sense in denying it.
That's right. Every Wednesday, this is the most innovative, high-risk show segment in all of sports talk, sports media. We put statistics next to our predictions and hold each other accountable. Here's how it works. 3 predictions from everybody each week. They must be quantifiable. We keep track of batting averages and home runs. And listeners, if you want to participate like Erik is about to for the second time, you can hit us up through the SKOR North app, where we are also all month long. We are giving away a pair of tickets and travel included to see Minnesota and Miami in Week 6. We got you covered on the tickets and the travel. You just have to bring your white linen pants. It's so easy to register.
Yacht rock.
We're gonna pick a winner at the end of the month. You just open the SKOR North app at some point this month. You register and you go into listener rewards in the menu, and you can enter to win the Purple Daily Getaway to Miami. We got AJ in for Declan today, but Declan did pre-record before his vacation to preserve, or I don't know, maybe he's doing the Ted Williams thing where he wants in the lineup. Maybe he's doing this. Maybe he's doing some predictions for 2023 so he can preserve his 500 batting average. I don't know, but he did pre-record some of his predictions. So, all right, and AJ, we're gonna let you fire off predictions if you want to. Here, we're kind of putting you on the spot, but do you want to do at least one prediction today?
Yeah, I'll do at least one.
Okay. So I don't want to push you off the cliff here because you're pushing a lot of buttons and stuff. But
He's being sort of cagey. I feel like there's a strategy here that's about to be unleashed, and we don't know. It's just very. It feels very Twins-like, very much just a quiet hush hush, and then you're going to surprise us.
Am I going to play? Am I going to DH? Who knows? Maybe I'll just take a day off.
Who knows? We'll see.
Got to get you off your predictions. Like, we can't have you doing a prediction a week. Yeah, it's too much.
The accountability session here is presented by our friends at Dennis Kirk. They've been a partner of ours at SKOR North since the very beginning 3 years ago. We appreciate them greatly. And if you're a rider of Harleys, Indians, Metric Cruisers, sport bikes, I think you'll appreciate that they have over 160,000 parts and accessories in stock, free shipping on orders over $89, and same-day shipping on orders placed before 8 p.m. Get in gear and head to DennisKirk.com. Ride more, wait less. All right, let's get to the accountability session here, boys. We'll start with Judd. Only one thing came off the board for you. You said that the Twins will win exactly 2 of the 6 games against the Yankees and the Rays. They won 3 of those games. So you're pretty close.
Darn it. I didn't realize. I was more optimistic then. Like, I thought I was being... I was actually being realistic. I wish I had said 3. That'd be a pretty good hit.
Well,
that'd be a double to the gap.
You thought their season was going to be done and buried after those 9 games, and it is not. All right, I had 3 things come off the board. Mm-hmm. I said one of these 3 men will win the Live Invitational Golf Tournament. Kevin Na, Dustin Johnson, or Louis Oosthuizen. It was none of those guys. It was Charles Schwartzel. $4 million for Charles Schwartzel, the biggest prize in the history of, well, yeah, I think it's the biggest prize in the history of golf tournaments because the FedEx Cup Award is it's like a season-long pool.
Yeah, that's a points thing. Yep. Mm-hmm. All now no longer welcome on the PGA Tour, too.
It's hilarious, man.
Get out of here.
Dude, Dustin Johnson was asked about it before the U.S. Open, I don't know, media day, whenever that was, Monday or Tuesday. Mm-hmm. Actually, he was asked the question at the Live Golf Tour, I think. And somebody was pressing him on, the PGA Tour versus Live and stuff. And he said, my goal is to play less golf. If I can play less golf and win more money, that would be amazing. Hang out with my family and stuff.
That sounds like Dustin Johnson. I do question the last part. Dustin Johnson strikes me as a guy who would like to play less golf to party more.
Could be the case. I said the Warriors would win the finals. Steph would win finals MVP, but it would all happen in 5 games or fewer. So take that off the board. I did say Duran will not pitch with a lead against the Yankees in the next 2 games after they failed to use him in that first game, and he did not. He pitched in a tie game. So Got that one correct. Listeners had nothing come off the board. Declan had a nice little week here. He said Kevin Na would finish. Let's get to the wrong stuff first. Kevin Na would finish top 5 in the Live Invitational. He almost finished dead last. He had a really bad week. The Warriors will win the finals in 5 games or less. But a couple of home runs here for old Dex. He said the Twins will beat the Yankees by at least 5 runs in one of the next 2 games.
Happened that night.
Yes. And he said the Twins, before the 9-game stretch, will go above 500 in the 9-game stretch against 3 winning teams, COVID-ravaged, backup starting pitchers being called up from beyond the 40-man roster. And he was right on that front, too.
He's like Kirilloff. He is just on a heater.
This is unprecedented. Almost halfway through the Write That Down season, Declan is batting 500 with 11 home runs.
I'm glad he's not here.
Judd's batting 368 with 4 home runs. Listeners at 316 with 9 home runs, which is also a huge season. I'm at 303 with 6 home runs, which is not a bad season, but it is last place in the batting average category. All time, Judd leads with 225 hits. Listeners lead with 28 home runs. And so there you go. That is your accountability session. I'll pop him in here, AJ. We'll get Erik in the room. Guest listener predictor, Erik. What's going on, man? How you doing?
Not much. Let's make sure I'm not muted here. And
There we go.
Be good to go.
For the first step with all video chats in the pandemic era, making sure you're not muted. So, all right, what's your strategy here, Erik?
See, the fun for me is like sort of off the wall type stuff. So we're going to try and shoot some stuff into the gap, see if we can maybe get a weird bounce off that scoreboard in right field and have some fun.
Okay.
Spray the ball around. I love this.
That's the plan.
Arise like. All right.
What is your first Minnesota sports memory?
Oh, man. Probably. So I got tickets to a Vikings game when I turned 7, I think. And that was week 1 of 1998 season. So Randy Moss's first game. And I remember very little. I just remember like being up in the stands, like way up next to the Jumbotron.
Nice, though. Tampa
Amazing.
Bay.
But yeah, that's the first
Brad
one.
Johnson, right? Yeah.
Wow, that's a great year to start your fandom. It's also a terrible year to start your fandom.
Yes, I do not remember the end of that, thankfully, probably. But according to my mom, I just was laying on the ground after we lost that game at the end of the year.
Yeah. So was I. I was a little
You and a
older,
lot
but I
of
was
grown
too.
men were too, though. So don't worry about it. I think the entire
did
state was on the
I did the
ground.
same thing when Blair Walsh went wide left. So
Oh, my God. The life of being a Minnesota sports fan. Doesn't matter if you were born in 1991 or 1951, 1961. It's all pretty much the same. So, all right, we're gonna go around the room 3 times here. We'll start with Erik, Judd, Declan via satellite, me, and then if AJ wants to toss out some predictions here, we'll put AJ in the listener category so you can help the listeners beef up their batting average or drag it down or whatever. So, all right, Erik, you're first out of the gate. Go ahead, sir.
Write this down.
all right, prediction number 1, write this down. In the upcoming NFL regular season, across the NFL, non-quarterbacks will complete at least 30 passes. So that's
Okay.
anyone not listed as a quarterback. Stats per Pro Football Reference. And it includes like that time 2 years ago when Denver had to start a non-quarterback as their quarterback. That would also be included.
Is there any context? Have you done some research?
I did. So I thought about this as far back as 2020. So I have 2 years of stats.
Okay.
So in 2020, based off of what I could tell, non-quarterbacks went 28 of 52. And then I thought adding another game that would bump up, but they actually went fewer completions. They went 25 for 51 last year. So it's going to be a little bit of an uptick here if we can get non-quarterbacks to complete 30 passes in a year.
I love this. I love the innovation here in this prediction. I love the creativity with this
Write
prediction.
this down.
Great stuff.
Include Justin Jefferson in your list, too.
Wow.
Yeah, I think he
he'll-
had a couple last year.
He'll complete at least 1, if not 2. He's got a good arm.
We should
Keep
find a way
saying
to do
this.
combined parlays where you guys like go together on a parlay. So Erik brings the first part, Judd brings the second part, and you guys both get credit or something.
Dude can throw, man. He's a big-time arm.
All right, Judd, your
Write this down.
All
first
right.
prediction here.
Going back to our discussion about the Twins, write this down. Alex Kirilloff will be back with the Twins by next week's Write That Down, and will have at least one home run by that time as well. So Alex Kirilloff will be back with the Twins by the time we do this segment next week, and he will have at least one home run for the Twins as well by that time.
I think that's a home run prediction, right? Because it's a parlay.
Yeah.
I think it's likely he's up within the week.
Right. That
but
would
he
be a
has to be
bunt.
up, and then he has to hit a home run within the week. And so
Yep.
I feel like this is one of those, Joe Mauer first row of seats in left field home runs if it
The Mauer
happens.
Pots. I'm aiming for the Mauer Pots, my man.
Mauer pots. Well, the Mauer pots. Are you talking about the flower pots in right
Yes,
field?
the flower pots were called.
I don't think he
No,
hit
no,
those very often.
left field. There are flower pots in left.
Oh, I got you.
And he popped the ball into the flower pots.
Gotcha. Yeah. I was thinking more Metrodome, but yes. Because at Target Field, he failed to reach those flower pots on a regular basis.
You know, here's a question. How many Metrodome left field home runs does Mauer have taken away from him if the plexiglass was still there?
It's a great question. How many in 2009 alone? Does he win the MVP if those home runs are doubles off the plexiglass?
Because the plexiglass would have stopped, I think, a few of those at least.
And how bad is your stadium that I adore? I mean, it's the stadium that hell, Erik too.
that
Like
makes
you
one of
grew
us.
up going to that stadium,
Yeah.
but oh man, we got to put plexiglass up in left field. Plexiglass. Anyhow, all right.
Write this down.
Let's go to Declan via satellite here. AJ with his first prediction.
All right. Mackey, Judd, AJ, what's going on? Figured I'd make some predictions before I head out to Tampa. Actually, I think I'm in a plane somewhere over like Ohio as I'm recording this first prediction. So first one, got a couple U.S. Open ones I'm going to throw out down the line, but we'll start with this one, a Twins one. Write this down. Talked about this on Monday. We talked about this with Doogie on the Scoops, but write it down. Carlos Correa and the Minnesota Twins will agree to a new contract between now and the end of the season. Correa's not opting out. They're going to throw him some money. Royce Lewis isn't going to be playing shortstop. Carlos Correa, new contract with the Twins.
Wow.
He's hitting 500.
Wow.
So I
that is
can't dismiss it, but I think he's nuts.
That's a risky proposition. I just don't. If Scott Boras wasn't his agent, I would maybe go along with this. But Scott Boras he's going to want to take him to market again, right? He's going to want the Twins to bid against 6 other teams or something. But hey, I'm here for it. I'm here for the swing. Okay.
Here's my question. Do the Twins, because Scott Boras did this deal, like he is why Correa's here. Do the Twins reach out and say, let's talk contract? And while you're at it, help us facilitate a deadline deal for a big pitcher.
I don't know.
Got a ton of clients. He's a power broker.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, put in the hands of Scotty could get interesting.
I like where we're going with
this
this.
down.
All right, my first prediction, and I'll stick with it. It's a similar prediction to yours. I'm hunting for home runs at this point because it's going to be impossible to catch Declan's batting average. So write this down. Alex Kirilloff will homer in his first game back with the Twins, whenever that is.
Yeah.
So I'm essentially making just a more aggressive version of your prediction. He will hit a home run in his first game back with the Twins.
Write this down.
Write it down. AJ, let's come back to you at the end. You give us. It has to be a home run prediction. We're going to give you one prediction on behalf of the listeners. At the very end of this, you can collect your thoughts, and it has to be a home run, okay?
Are you sure? Because I'm good to go right now if you want.
You got 3. Do you have 3?
Yeah, I have 3.
Oh, perfect. Okay. I didn't want
No, you're fine.
to put you on the spot too bad
I'm
there,
quick
but here
with
we go.
it. I'm
Okay.
quick.
Write this down.
All right, here we go.
All right, so the first one, I know the Twins they're leading in getting shut out on the season so far. They have 9 times, I believe, is what it was we were talking about earlier.
Yes.
I think they're going to turn it around this next week. Before next segment, or before the next time the segment airs, tonight, Mariners again, off day tomorrow. Diamondbacks, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then they kick off a home series against the Guardians. 5 games before next Wednesday. I think they win 4 of the 5.
Okay.
Not a lot of great pitching, I think, in that next week or so. Their bats are going to be enough to bounce back after a pitiful performance last night. I say they win 4 out of the next 5 at least.
All right. I like it.
Write this down.
Twins optimism there. Okay, we're back to Erik here. Your second prediction.
All right. For perhaps the first time ever on Write That Down, I am bringing a Great British Bake Off prediction to the show.
Yes.
dude.
Awesome.
Yes.
So I think I've been trying to figure out when they're starting to film. I think they film in the summers, but for this upcoming season of Bake Off. So the way Bake Off works is that it's like amateur bakers who are competing against each other. So they have regular, normal day jobs. So write this down. On the upcoming season of Bake Off, at least one of the 3 finalists will have a job in a STEM field. So science, technology, engineering, mathematics.
I love this.
It's like
dude.
a physicist, a chemist, engineer, something like that. And
Erik?
I will bring the jobs to the judging table,
Yeah.
and I'll let you guys decide if whatever jobs fall into the finalists fall into that category.
Yeah, if you could, just email us or DM us or something on Twitter. This is one of those where I think we're going to need to lean on you to be honest and do your own homework here. Judd, do you
There's
watch
plenty of
the
Bake Off fans. I'm
do you
sure
watch
there's
the show,
plenty
Judd?
of overlap here.
I had never heard of it until just now. I didn't
Heard
even
of
know
it?
about
Never watched it before, but now I think I might have to be hooked here. This is
Yeah, that was
it. What network shows it?
that was a
Erik?
find on the pandemic during the pandemic.
I think it's on Netflix, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Netflix. Thank you.
okay.
Wow.
I've gotten into a bunch of trashy Netflix reality shows during the pandemic. The Circle. I don't know if you guys watch The Circle. Then there's the one where like Love is Blind, where they get married before they see each other. I think that's a couple seasons in. Wow, Netflix doing work during the pandemic here. All right, let's go back to Judd for your second prediction.
All right, I'm going to go with a U.S. Open prediction. Scotty Scheffler will win the U.S. Open. Scotty Scheffler will win the U.S. Open.
Love when Judd jumps into the golf predictions.
I got one more, too.
Love it. Oh, you do? Okay.
I've got one more, yeah.
All right. Let's. Well, Declan. We know Declan has golf predictions here, so let's go to Declan via satellite.
Okay. My one of 2 U.S. Open predictions for this weekend. So right now, Jon Rahm, Rory McIlroy, and Colin Morikawa are the 3 favorites to win the U.S. Open. That's as of Tuesday afternoon, too. So if something has changed, that's not my fault. But write it down. One of those 3 will miss the cut. So between Rahm, Rory, and Colin Morikawa, one of those will miss the cut at the U.S. Open.
Okay. So now that's a more like sometimes he'll list 6 golfers and say one of them will miss the cut here. But those are 3 favorites. He's saying one will miss the cut. I don't think it's a home run because the U.S. Open is impossible usually.
Right.
Like it's just a really hard tournament.
I agree.
Guys miss cuts.
Write
But
this down.
It's not
I
a
like
bad
where
prediction.
Declan's going there. All right. I'll make a U.S. Open prediction. I think Justin Thomas goes back to back. Justin Thomas will win the U.S. Open. And I'm hunting for home runs here. I'm not going top 5, top 3. Justin Thomas will win the U.S. Open right now.
Write this down.
All right, AJ, back to you.
MNUFC's back in action this Sunday, and you can hear it right here on the SKOR North ESPN 1500 airwaves, starting at 3:30 with John Harrison and Dan Tehar. But they have New England Revolution on the road. I say they win that match in their first game back since the kind of international break. So they win against the New England Revolution this Sunday.
And if there is a Game 7, we appreciate MLS moving that game for the Boston and other NBA fans because you'll also be able to hear NBA Finals Game 7 on 1500 ESPN Radio. A big day of play-by-play potentially on Sunday on 1500 ESPN.
Write this
Unbelievable.
Radio.
Promos are just rolling right now. Eric's like, this is great. I've got my Sunday plan.
All right, Erik,
In front of the radio.
your third and
down.
final
Write it down.
prediction
You
here,
like writing
Erik.
things down?
All right. It took a little bit to figure out a prediction 3. I was going to make a Mackey prediction. Like I'd thought about making one where you like abandon the batting average hunt and just start hunting for home runs later in the year. And then you gave it up like 3 weeks ago. So much for that.
Yes, that's true. I've
But I'm
definitely
gonna
given
make
it at this
I'm
point.
going to make a Declan prediction, which works out great since he's not here. So he's been talking about how he's planning on hanging this TV. I think yesterday on Purple Daily, he said he's got a friend coming over to help him out.
Yeah, he doesn't want to pay the $150 for a professional to do it, so he's just got a buddy that knows how to do it. By the way, coming to his house when he's gone in Tampa. So lot of trust at play here.
What could go wrong?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's going to make this prediction a little more interesting. But here we go. Write this down. The first time that Declan tells the story about having his TV hung on either Mackey and Judd or Purple Daily, he will complain that the process was harder than expected or that something went wrong, but he will praise the friend he has helping him.
I love the specificity here. This is great. So, AJ, so that Declan doesn't see this, if you could just email me that one separately.
I was going to ask you that. We
keep
don't
it
want
off
him
the
to...
shared document for sure. Just email me that
Absolutely.
one separately, and then we'll
So
just put Declan prediction on the shared document and send me the actual email. All right.
who will he blame for the problems then?
Either
Off
the
the
TV, the wall, the
Because he always
the
blames
apparatus,
something.
I don't know.
Could you
Because he
find a,
does
could he find a
complain
way to
about-
blame the gal? Could you find a way to blame the gal?
No, he won't
Could
blame
this
the gal.
be the start of some issues? I don't know.
No,
gonna be
he's been
Vinny's
very
problem.
careful so far about not complaining too much about her. That's going to be like 6 months from now.
6 months, yeah. After a year, he'll start rifling off some complaints. No, I like this. I think you're onto something here. And Erik, since you've got this life-changing platform on Mackey and Judd, is there anyone in your life you'd like to thank that brought you to this moment?
Yeah, last time I was on here, I had a laundry list. We'll keep it a little shorter this time. Last time, I thanked my girlfriend. This time, I get to thank my fiance.
Wow.
So
Congrats.
very
Look at this
excited
guy
about
right here.
that.
Awesome.
And then
Does your girlfriend know about your fiance?
keeping that, this is probably, if I have this life-changing platform, that's probably a bad place to talk about that. But
And then your wife, too. I mean, my God, there's just so many women in your life. It's crazy. So, well, dude, congratulations on the engagement. Nice work.
thank you. Yeah, and then other than that, thanks for having me. I'd be curious to hear or to like have discussions, if at all, whether through DM or something, about how you like build something radio or podcast-esque and kind of get stuff rolling on that front, because I have some interest in that. But
Yeah, hit us up. Send me a DM. Send me and Judd an email or a DM.
yeah,
PMackey at SKORNorth.com. Jays will get it at SKORNorth.com. Pretty much just have hot takes, be super negative, and put out clickbait is what we would recommend. Those
And
are the
carry a
three main
baseball
ingredients.
bat with you, Erik. Always carry a baseball bat. So if someone doesn't like your takes, can defend yourself.
Exactly. Yep.
I actually have one, but it's behind all this shelving stuff. So I'm actually Team Judd too. I'm on board with all that stuff. Hashtag
Erik,
Team Judd.
Thank you for coming on. Great job with your predictions. Congrats on the engagement. And yeah, hit us up offline. We'll talk.
Sounds
Thanks,
good.
Erik.
All right, there he is. That's guest listener predictor Erik here. Let's make the turn over to Judd. Your third and final prediction.
All right, my third prediction, also U.S. Open related. Phil Mickelson will fail to make the cut.
Yeah.
He's beleaguered. He's gotten super like surly and defensive now. It's just he's so transparent, right? Like when he's trying to be good Phil, but when he feels like he's being attacked, he gets like ornery. I don't think that he is in a good mindset right now, and I think he knows that he got super rich which he was, but beyond that, I think he knows he definitely screwed up as far as image goes. So I think he's just going to fail to make the cut.
Yeah, he hasn't shaved in a while. He
looks
looks
off.
he looks
He
disheveled.
looks like he's
and-
gained weight again.
Yeah.
He looks like a guy who is under like attack.
Yeah, I think he needed the money too. It sounds like he
Oh, that would make it worse, right?
gambled away a lot of his.
Write it down. You like writing things down.
Wouldn't that make it worse?
All right, let's go to Declan via satellite for his third and final prediction.
Okay, final prediction for me, sponsored by my friends at Aquaside. If you want to get that algae or that lake weed out of your pond or your lake home or your cabin, wherever you're going to be on 4th of July, call my friends at Aquaside. They'll help you remove that nasty lake weed. There's nothing worse than when you're just stepping in the water and you step on that gross lake weed. Ugh. Aquaside pellets, they'll remove it for you. Check them out. Aquaside.com to learn more. Aquaside.com to learn more. Third and final prediction, my second U.S. Open prediction, Will Zalatoris will finish top 10 at the U.S. Open. Will Zalatoris, who was the runner-up at the PGA Championship and had the playoff with JT, top 10 finish at the U.S. Open this weekend.
Get that. That's more of a Declan prediction there. Take one of the best, hottest
was just
major
gonna-
players in
I
the
was just
world
gonna
and
ask
slap
Phil.
a top 10. It's still, it's fair. I mean, it's a hard
It's-
tournament, so it's not guaranteed. But
It's
that's
not
more of a
great.
protect the batting
Yeah.
average prediction right there.
That's not great. Like that didn't show a lot of gumption right there.
What a pro. Sneaking in the sponsorship read there and making a batting average
And
friendly
Aquaside's
prediction.
like, what type of prediction was that to pair us with?
Since Declan did it, I'm going to do it too. Let's talk about our friends at Federated real quick here before I give my third and final prediction. Federated has been helping business owners for over 100 years with risk management and maximizing the success of your business. So If you're interested in those things and you're interested in equity, integrity, teamwork, and respect, which are the 4 cornerstones that create the foundation of Federated's interactions and decision-making, maybe you align and you should make a phone call or go to the website, federatedinsurance.com, where it's our business to protect yours.
Write it down. You like writing things down.
All right, third and final prediction
Now
for
just
me.
make a terrible, wimpy prediction.
No, I'm going home run here.
Nice.
I'm going home run here. I think we're going to – so this is not part of my prediction, but the preface is I think we're going to see a Game 7 in the NBA Finals. So here's my actual prediction. The Celtics will hold a 20-point lead or more at some point in Game 6. A 20-point lead or more at some point in Game 6.
Very plausible.
A Game 7 would be a freaking blast. And I don't think Boston's just going to roll over here. So that's a home run, right? That they're going to have a 20-point lead at some point in Game 6.
I mean, there have been a lot of big leads in the playoffs, but I feel that given the stakes and it's Golden State, I feel pretty comfortable saying that should be a home run.
Okay, cool. All
Write
right.
it down. You like
All right,
writing
AJ.
things down.
Last one. I'll go with a home run for the listeners. I think this is a home run at least. But
Let's get it.
I was already high on the Twins for the next week, so I think their best player is going to stay hot as well. He's having a fantastic month, probably going to be AL Player of the Month if he keeps this up. I think Byron Buxton is going to have a hat trick of home runs over the next week. So at least three in the next 5 games.
Oh, yeah.
I think he's going to take some of this
You got it.
Diamondback pitching deep. Ball's going to be soaring down there in Arizona. So
Yeah, I'm actually going to be down there, too, visiting my dad over the weekend. Might have to pop in and see the 19th and 20th Byron Buxton homers at some point.
It's supposed to be boiling outside. Shocking, I know.
It's like 113 degrees there today or something. Ridiculous.
Dry heat, though, as they
They
say.
should
No
keep that
humidity.
roof open, man. Make those guys play day games in 115-degree weather. Then we'll see how durable these pitchers are.
Buxton wouldn't play the entire series if that were the case. The Twins
Actually,
would
it
like,
might
"We
be
can't
better
have
for
on his
him.
feet."
The knee might be better in the comfortable dry. Old people go down there because their joints hurt. Maybe Buxton would be better off down there.
I guess the knee hurts most when he swings.
Is that what? Isn't that what Gladden said on a
Said
broadcast?
that. Yep. Gladden said that. He said the main problem when it was bad was actually him at the plate swinging, not in center field.
Yeah.
That was interesting.
Well, good thing that he gets to trot around the bases more often than anything else, just to alleviate some of the pressure on that thing.
Guy's damn good.
So, all right, those are the weekly predictions and accountability session. Write that down with Mackey and Judd. AJ filling in for our guy Declan. Reckless Speculation Thursday on Mackey and Judd tomorrow. We'll see you guys with Doogie then.